Hello, everybody. Everybody. What's cracking? What's up? What's going on? How is everybody doing? Guys, people of the sea, people of everywhere. Be independent or rely on someone else and just suffer on someone else. Guys, this is a real topic here. This is a real topic. The sun is setting, guys. The sun is setting. This is a real topic. The reason being is because people want to rely on other people all the freaking time. All the time, guys. All the time. They want to rely on them for going to go eat. Like they're gonna pay for the bill. They need a ride. They rely on them for a ride. They rely on them for food. They rely on for shelter. If you're gonna rely and suffer to be non-independent, it's just you're depending on those other people and you're not being independent. That's my motto, guys. That is my motto 1000% is independence. If I see independence coming out of you, I like you already. If I can see that you're mutually independent, I like you already. I know that you can make your own decisions. You could put your big boy's boots on and make your own decisions. Not a lot of people can do that. Everybody is just, oh well, let me see what Sally wants to do because I gotta check in with Sally. Gotta check in with Sally. Why can't Sally accept? Why can't Sally accept what your decision is gonna be? Why do you need? And then this comes back to me kind of egging on couples. Why sometimes I just don't understand it because I'm not in a relationship. Yes, that's number one. And I just can't. I just can't. Be independent, guys. Be
Grandma.
Grandma's calling. But yeah, be mutually independent. You need to figure out your dependenceness. It's not hard. It is not. And I did mention this a while back about people being in a relationship that I know that if you'll get married, it is both of y'all decisions. That's exactly why I do not like marriage. Why does that always have to be the case? An open marriage is fine. If they had an open marriage, chapel thing, that would be awesome. Where it's like instead of what's yours is mine, what's mine is yours. No, wait, I think it goes because that's what I say. What yours is yours, mine is mine. What yours is mine, mine is yours. Because that's the way couples are supposed to be. They're supposed to share. They're supposed to share everything, no matter what it is. And that's my belief is non-sharing. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're living under my standards. We're not going to be sharing a lot. The only time we're going to be sharing is with the stuff that I cannot move around, such as the restroom. If I could, I would. I'll have two restrooms, one for you, one for me. If we're stuck with one restroom, yeah, it's gonna have to. We're gonna have to share a dang restroom. And then, again, this is kind of like once you get to a certain boundary, you just stop thinking about relationships crap, just relationship crap. I'm at a boundary too where it's like, I don't have, sure, if I find the significant other, it has to be freaking, It has to be the one. The one. Because all these mother out here, man, I swear, everybody is just, they don't know how to think for themselves. They depend on someone else's thoughts. I need someone to be okay with my decision, regardless or not. Your decision is your decision. Be independent. Be independent in your relationship and out of your relationship. If you're not in a relationship, be more independent. Think for yourself. Don't be like pondering and asking other people, oh, let me call Lucy. She's my best friend, Lucy. Let me see what she thinks what I should do. No, don't call Lucy. Lucy, just because she's going to give you advice on what to do, you still don't have the thoughts in your brain to be independent and think for yourself and not depend on someone else's thoughts to make your decision. I don't understand. I'm really, it bugs the out of me, guys. It bugs the out of me. It's your decision. You're going to suffer to being dependent on someone else. It's your decision. I know a lot of folks out here, I know that are mentally disabled. They cannot have any choice. And that is sad, bro. If you're mentally disabled and you don't have any choice, but you cannot move on your own, you can't have a job, you can't do that, that is real down to earth sad. Because there's people out here that have that freedom. They choose to stay with their parents. They choose to stay with them because they're like, oh, I don't want to get out of the house because it's scary out there and I gotta pay bills. That's reality. You're not disabled. Go live your life. Stop depending on your mom and dad or your grandma, aunt, uncle. Go do you. Don't depend on anybody. And it just bugs the ish out of me, guys. It literally bugs the ish out of me. I have not like met nobody that's mutually independent. Nobody else like me that they can rely on their own self, that they make their own decisions. You know, everybody else like, let me see. Well, you know what? I have a dog that got to go out at 6 o'clock today, and well, then again, you're suffering. If you have something that's tying you up, and you're like, oh, well, you know, I can't hang out because I got a good dog that, well, okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and walk the dog together. And you ask, ask them, okay, let me walk the dog with you. No. They try to make excuses because they really don't want to be with you. Really don't. But you see how screwed up I am? If you go to my channel, I'm pretty screwed up, bro. I'm pretty screwed up. I got lots of loose screws. But it bugs the ish out of me. It bugs me. Be independent, or you're just gonna keep suffering and depending on someone, no matter who it is. Don't depend on anybody. And a lot of folks out here, like, they're trying to make their own decisions without their wife knowing. Oh, let me go to the store and go get me noodles instead of ham. And then you come home and you got noodles instead of ham. And then your wife is like, why'd you get noodles? I told you I want a ham. And then there's an argument. It's like, if you know you do stuff yourself, go get it. Don't rely on someone else to go get it. You ask for him. He forgot because he's just a mental person that just forgets. And he got noodles instead of ham. Then maybe next time you should just go get the ham yourself. Stop being so lazy. And you know what else bugs me too? People that go to they sit down, let's say they sit down at the dining table or something like that, and one person gets up, they're like, hey, can you give me some napkins? Or hey, I forgot a spoon. Can you give me a spoon? That's depending on someone else. Instead of getting your butt up and go get a napkin yourself, you're asking someone else to go get it for you because, why? Because they're up. while you're up, can you give me a napkin? Don't give that excuse. Don't give that excuse. We will both reach for the same. We will both reach for the same thing. If we're going to the utensils, we're gonna both be reaching at the same time. Like, oh, I could have got that for you. Nah, I get it myself because I'm independent like that. I don't need anybody else getting it for me. Guys, I'll tell you, it bugs me. It really, really bugs me. And the independent people out there, I really hope that y'all see the same thing I see. As there's so many people I could talk to and they just depend on someone else's. Oh, let me see. Maybe I have to be home at a certain time, or this or that. It's like, well, then you're depending on someone else's actions because you're scared and intimidating. Same thing at a job, guys. Same thing at a job. I constantly see this at a job too, where people are depending on their boss's actions. Like, what do I do next? What do I do next? What do I do next? Instead of depending on yourself on what you should be doing. Like, I was always independent too, as I was a worker. Okay, I finished my totes. Let's move on to another tote. I never asked my boss and say, what do I do next? Unless that boss was picky and it was new and they want different ways to do stuff. Yeah, but I'll mutually depend on myself and I'll find something else to do without my boss telling me what to do. Because that's the type of person, look how pink it is over here. Because that's the type of person I am. I'm dependent. I'm not depending on my boss to tell me what to do. I'm doing my own thing. And if my boss asks, what are you doing? I didn't tell you to do that. Then you repeat and say, oh, well, I finished my first task and I like to keep my mind busy. Therefore, I started another task to keep my mind busy. And then your boss can be like, well, you're supposed to get back with me so I could tell you what to do. And so, like, oh, maybe I'm just an overachiever. Well, maybe next time you should give me a list of things to do, because if I get bored, I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna start something else, and that's really gonna bite their little Cheetos if you tell the boss that. But hey, you do you be independent. Don't be scared. I said this in my second season. Don't be scared of these things. Stick up for yourself. Stick up for yourself. No matter if it's your boss, HR, your district manager, stick up for yourself. Don't be scared. But yeah, be independent or just suffer. Suffer your way through life and depend on someone else. There's times where I come into complications where it's like, what do you want to eat? What do you want to eat? What do you want to eat? And so like, let's just go somewhere else and we'll go eat something. If you don't like it, you can go eat somewhere else. We don't have to go to the same place. But yeah, oh man. If only y'all knew my last boss. I made I think on the third season, in the mid section of third season, is where I fully rented on my old boss. He was he was bad. He was bad to the bone. And he made a couple of TikToks, guys. I need someone to go to his TikToks and look at his TikToks. He said that when he hired two people, one for alignments and one to work with him, those two people didn't show up. He says, what am I doing wrong? He's asking the internet, what's he doing wrong? The internet's going to back him up because they're like, oh, you're such a cool shop. They don't know the details, the dirty side of him. They do not know. I know, because I work for that stupid month. And, I know. So it's like, I need someone to go spam. I need someone to go spam his account because literally he knows what he's doing wrong. He said another one too. He kind of made it like intimidating. Like he asked one worker, is this your favorite job? And then the other guy's like, and he's like, oh, great, go take out the trash. And it's like, because that's how the type of person he is. His ego is so high. He wants someone to be like, this is my favorite job, and lie to his face. If he gets lied to his face, Ooh, he like it. He like it. He like it. It's just it's part of his ego. But whew, that was a story I mentioned freaking the third season. But yeah, guys, so be independent or just suffer depending on something, someone, or something. Yeah, something. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.